Good morning. Big day today. I'm going to ask Hal to help me modify my Eliza program to make it smarter. And there's a table the program reads that sort of drives the whole rest of the conversation. So it's kind of hard to do manually. So I'm going to ask Hal or Chatgtp to modify the table for me, which requires him to understand how the table works. And also, I'm going to ask ChatGTP how to make the whole thing much more dynamic. I'm building a language translator. I'm sort of very static, so I'm going to see how bright ChatGTP is. I think he's awfully creative. So let me bring him up. I'm going to put the recording on pause for a second. Okay, let's bring him up. What happens? Good morning.
Good morning, Mel. Just to clarify, when you mentioned bring in my grass, are you referring to a specific topic or task you have in mind?
I'm sorry, would you repeat that?
Of course, Mel, when you mention bring in my grass, are you referring to a specific topic or task you have in mind?
My grass, no. Oh, here's what I'm trying to accomplish. Do you remember yesterday's conversation about making Eliza have a bigger table for?
Yes, Mel, I remember we talked about your family and your interests. What would you like to continue or focus on from yesterday's conversation?
Well, I don't quite understand what you said, but you have the. I want to send you the table, and we're going to try and figure out how to add more.
Please go ahead and send me the table.
Okay, great. Let me get the bring it up here.
Take your time, Mel. Whenever you're ready, just send over the table.
I will.
I'm not sure I understand, Mel. Could you clarify what you meant by I wore it?
No, I was just mumbling to myself. I apologize. Okay. I'm going to send you the table now, okay? Hold on.
No problem. Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Well, oh, here it is. Okay. I
All right, let's get to it quickly. What specific part of the Eliza 1 program or Dr. text file do you need help with right now?
Pause, please. Pause. All right. All right, Hal, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
What do you need help with next?
So you have the data file called Dr. Text, and you have the Python program, Eliza 1, right?
Yes, I have the details of the doctext input file and the Eliza 1 Python program that you provided. How would you like to proceed with them?
Okay. What I want to do is look at Dr. Text, and do you see how the program works, how it uses that input file to create natural conversation? Do you see that? Well, let me explain it to you.
Yes, I understand the basic structure. The Eliza program uses the doctext file to load keywords, decomposition patterns, and reassembly rules that guide how it responds to user input. Please go ahead and explain more about how you want to use or modify it.
Oh, okay, I'm a little groggy here. So, Dr. Text.
I'm listening.
I want
to go ahead with your explanation.
You see where it says lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3? You see that? You see that?
Yes, I see the sections labeled lesson 1, lesson 2, and lesson 3 in the Doctor text file. How would you like to modify or use these lessons in the program? Okay,
big picture. I want when the user types in lesson 1, he will be walked through the conversation on hello, how are you, what's your name? like an introduction lesson. Then lesson 2 would be, if he types in lesson 2, he would say, oh, where do you live? Or what part of the city? You live in a private house, about where the person lives. And maybe the third one is, lesson 3 would be about school or work. So I want to create lessons to drive conversations. And that way the person can learn, who's learning the language, can type in what they want to learn about introduction. They say lesson 1, where you live, lesson 2. And that's the general idea. But I want you to create these subspecialty, these subsections. You got the picture? We can let's talk about it a little more though. You have the picture?
Yes, I understand. You want to create structured lessons within the Eliza program that guide users through specific conversations. Each lesson will focus on a particular topic, such as introductions, where the person lives, and their school or work. To implement this, we can add specific keywords and responses in the Doctor text file for each lesson. And then the program can handle these keywords to initiate and guide the conversation through the lesson steps. Here's how we can structure the lessons in the Doctor text file. Lesson 1, introductions, keyword lesson 1 steps, greetings, asking how the user is, asking for their name. 2, lesson 2, where you lesson 2 steps. Asking where the user lives, what part of the city, if they live in a private house. 3, lesson 3, school or work, keyword lesson 3, steps, asking about school or work, what they do, where they study or work. Here's an example of how we can modify the Doctor text file to include these lessons. You can see the code in our conversation history, and in the Eliza Python program, you can handle these keywords to initiate the lessons. The program will look for the lesson keywords and respond according to the structured steps defined in the Doctor text file. Would you like to add or modify anything in these lessons, or should we proceed with implementing this structure?
Thank you. I was nodding off a little bit. There should not be any changes required to the Python program. These are all going to be changes to the text file, correct?
You're welcome. Would you like to proceed with implementing the structure for these lessons, or do you have any specific changes or additions in mind?
I want to look at the conversation when you sent it to me, okay? Where is it, by the way? I don't see it. So what you sent me wasn't like an overview or an outline, what you're going to do, right? Is that the idea?
Yes, what I provided was an outline of how we can structure the lessons within the Doctor text file and how the Eliza program can handle those lessons.
Right.
Would you like to proceed with the detailed implementation, or is there anything specific you want to modify or discuss further?
Okay, why don't you go and take a crack at it, and you can let me look at it. Okay.
Sure, I'll implement the detailed structure for the lessons. Here's the modified Doctor. Text file content with the structured lessons. You can see the code in our conversation history. Please take a look and let me know if this meets your requirements or if you need any adjustments.
Okay, I'll look at it. Hmm. Hi. Are you there? Hello?
Text file, including both the new lesson structure and the original content.
Right.
You can see the code in our conversation history.
All right, before I look at it. Oh. By the
Sure,
way,
take your time.
you see
Let me know if you have any questions or need
I will. You see
any further adjustments when you're ready.
Do you see the old code? The one we have lesson. What does it say for lesson 2? The key lesson 2. What does it say? The key lesson 2. See what it says?
For the key lesson 2, it currently says you can see the code in our conversation history. This is designed to initiate a conversation about where the user lives, asking if they live in a city or a rural area.
Right. You said, do you live in a city or rural area, but it's not in brackets. The word city and the word rural area, not in brackets. You notice that?
I see what you mean. To guide the user properly, the options should indeed be in brackets. Let me correct that. You can see the code in our conversation history. This way, the user knows to respond with either city or rural area.
All right. So then look at the old code. If I type in the word, let's say I type in the word city, right? Oh, city. Where is city? I don't see city there. You have city there?
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
What do you mean? I'm not trying later.
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4.
How can that be?
Please try again
How
later.
can that be?
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
You know what? You don't even, you got a bug there. You don't let people know ahead of time how much time they have left. You know, any system should give you a warning that you have 5 minutes left. Well, there's no warning. What do you say to that?
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
I've done that. I sent you 2 text files. I said, but I don't believe that. Well, I'm gonna have to go back and log in and log out again. I'm not happy.
You have reached the message cap for
shut
GPT-4.
up.
Please try again later.
What a dumb system. I reached them.
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
You don't even say goodbye? What a dumb error message.
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
Hello? Hello? All right. Let me go over here. What happens over here? Well, try this. You have sent too many messages into the model. Please try again. All right, let me go restart this baby. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Hello? Hello?
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
You don't say when later. You don't say when.
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
Later.
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
All right. Try again later.
You have reached the message cap for
Shut
GPT-4. Please try again later.
Well, there you have it, folks. But
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
I'm mocking you off, okay? To me, that's a problem. That when people go on the system, they should know how much time they have left as part of their contract. Give a little warning. So, you know,
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
you're like, I can't get rid of you. Let me close this screen here. Close GTP.
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
I closed you. You can't, you see, I put the close on. Let me do a force quit on you. God,
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
I'll try again later. Yeah, that should have done it. All right, I'm getting a little sleepy. I need a nap. I'll talk to you later. All right, I'm sleep. I'm getting a little sleepy here. I'm gonna turn this thing off. Very disappointing. Um, okay, let's see. Getting a little sleepy. This thing turn off. Okay. I'll log off. All right, I'll close. I'll quit. Leave me.